In a medium saucepan over medium heat, combine 30 milliliters or around 2 tablespoons of room temperature water and a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. If you don't want to use xanthan gum, you can use psyllium husk powder or any keto thickener of your choice. If you do use psyllium husk powder, you'll need twice as much psyllium husk powder as the xanthan gum, so you'll need at least a 1/2 teaspoon of the psyllium husk powder. Whisk the xanthan gum or whatever thickener you're using and the water together for about 30 to 45 seconds or until it's fully combined and the xanthan gum or whatever thickener that you're using is dissolved and the mixture begins to gel up a little bit. Add 90 milliliters or around 6 tablespoons of liquid aminos or low sodium soy sauce. Of course, soy sauce isn't 100% keto, so if you're on a strict keto diet, stick with the liquid aminos. Add 60 milliliters or around 1/4 cup of the keto maple syrup of your choice. I'm using Lakanto's maple syrup, and I'll also leave a link in the description to my maple syrup if you'd rather make your own. Or if you don't have maple syrup and don't feel like making any, you can use a brown sugar substitute like brown monk fruit sweetener. But if you do choose to use a brown sugar substitute rather than the maple syrup, you'll need to add a little bit of water to be able to replace that liquid that you would get from the maple syrup. Add 22 milliliters or around 1.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar, or you can use the vinegar of your choice, apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar. They're also good ones to use. Just keep in mind, every vinegar has its own taste, so if you're using something other than the rice vinegar, you'll have a slightly different flavor than what mine would be, but it'll still be good. Add 1 tablespoon of the chili paste or chili sauce of your choice. Sriracha is a good one, or any other type of chili paste. Or you can also use 1 tablespoon of seasoned tomato paste if you're not a big chili sauce or chili paste fan. Add 2 teaspoons of avocado oil or the oil of your choice. Sesame seed oil is another good one to use for this. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and anywhere from 1/4 to 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. This is just going to add a tiny bit of spice. If you're like me and you just like a little bit of spice, around a 1/4 teaspoon, give or take a bit. But if you like to have a stronger spice, then lean more towards the 1 teaspoon of the crushed red pepper flakes. Stir everything together until it's fully combined. Then continue to stir constantly until the mixture comes to a low boil. Now, if you're using the brown sugar substitute instead of the maple syrup, make sure that the sweetener completely dissolves. You don't want to have any chunks of sweetener in your sauce. Once the mixture has come to a low boil, reduce the heat to medium-low, then simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes or until the sauce is slightly thickened. Make sure as it's simmering that you stir it frequently. You don't want it scorching on the bottom of your pan. After the sauce has thickened, remove it from the heat. You can taste it and adjust the flavors or the spiciness according to your personal taste. If it seems like it's too thick, you can add a little bit of water. If it seems like it's too thin, you can add a little bit more thickener. Just keep in mind, as the sauce cools, it will continue to thicken, especially if you've used xanthan gum or psyllium husk powder for your thickener. So you might not want to adjust the thickness quite yet until it's cooled a little bit. Allow the sauce to cool in the pan for at least 10 minutes so it can continue to thicken and all the flavors can set in really well. After 10 minutes, you can check your consistency, and again, you can adjust the thin or thickness according to your personal taste. For me, it's perfect just the way it is. Pour the sauce into a mason jar or into an airtight container. Leave the lid off and allow the sauce to cool to room temperature. Once the sauce has cooled to room temperature, you can use this immediately. I'm using it in a Korean barbecue chicken bacon taco, which I will be putting that recipe out within the next couple days. And if you're not going to use it immediately, just put the lid on the airtight container and you can keep it in your refrigerator for up to 1 week. Eat and enjoy.